Good morning, students. Welcome you all to our today's biology class. I hope all are well at home. In the previous class, we discussed about different types of microorganisms. Mainly there are 4 groups. We studied bacteria, fungi, protozoans and algae. And one more group we studied viruses. And also we look where they are living and what kind of structure they have. Isn't it? Then today let us know more about microorganisms. What are their uses? Is there any harm with the microorganism to us? Etc. Children, today let us start the topic microorganisms and us. Microorganisms plays an important role in our lives. Some of them are useful to us, but some are harmful, which causes different types of diseases to us. At first, let us discuss about friendly microbes. Some of the microorganisms are useful to us. They are beneficial to us in many ways. So they we can call as friendly microbes. So let us start. That is about the friendly microbes. What are their uses? The microorganisms have many uses. Then let us list the different uses of microorganisms. One of the use for these microorganisms, they use it to make curd, bread, cakes, alcohol, etc. Microorganisms are used to make cake, bread, curd, alcohol, wines, cheese, pickles, etc. Some of the microorganisms are used to make medicines, especially bacteria. Bacteria are used to make various kinds of medicines for different diseases. The next use of microorganisms, they are used to clean the environment. Some microorganisms which may degrade the organic matter present in plants and animal waste. They convert these waste materials of plants and animals in harmless and added into the soil, and this they are make it as a usable substances. Okay. The next use of the microorganism is in agriculture. It helps to increase the fertility of the soil by fixing nitrogen. We already studied about one type of bacteria which help to increase the fertility of the soil. Which is that? Okay, Rhizobium bacterium. Rhizobium bacterium can convert gaseous nitrogen in the atmosphere into usable form. After the conversion, they are adding into the soil and increase the nitrogen sources in the soil. Then the plants can take easily through their roots, and also they grows well. Okay. These are the main uses of microorganisms. Let us revise. Microorganisms are used to make curd, bread, cakes, alcohol, etc. Some microorganisms, especially bacteria and fungi, are used to make medicines like antibiotics and some other kinds of medicines. Some microorganisms are used to clean the environment. Some of them are used to increase the fertility of the soil by fixing nitrogen. Is it clear? Yes. Then next we can go to the topic, making of curd and bread. Making of curd and bread. You learned in class 7, milk is turned into curd by bacteria. You may also see your mother adding little curd to warm milk to make more curd for the other days. Isn't it? Do you like curd along with your rice? Yes. The milk contains different kinds of bacteria. Among the Lactobacillus Bacteria convert the milk into curd. There are different kinds of microbes are present in milk. Among that, Lactobacillus Bacteria. Lactobacillus Bacteria promote the conversion of milk into curd. It multiplies in the milk and changes that milk into curd. It reproduces. It increases its number by dividing and also convert or change the milk into curd. Microorganisms are also used to make pickle, cheese and many other food items. There are some dishes in North Indians. Suji idli or rava idlis and batura. Batura, maybe you heard this dish. It is a North Indian dish and it is like puri. Do you like puri? Our mother that is making puri with wheat flour or atta or maida. So like that one item, the main ingredient of this suji, idli and the batura is curd. Do you know what is the reason? The reason is that the curd contains yeast. Yeast can reproduces rapidly, means fastly. It can multiply or increase its number fastly and also produce carbon dioxide gas during respiration. We are also producing carbon dioxide gas by respiration, isn't it? We are taking oxygen and give out carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Same like here, these yeast also, they are reproduces fastly and producing carbon dioxide gas during respiration. But one fact you have to remember, yeast no need oxygen for respire. Without the presence of oxygen, it changes sugar or starch into water and carbon dioxide. Okay. And along with these substances, the yeast produces carbon dioxide. That is why when we are adding any yeast in any dishes or any food item while preparing the dough of chapati, parota or appam, we are adding little yeast, means the dough will increase due to the adding of this carbon dioxide gas. Bubbles of carbon dioxide gas increase the volume of dough while we making chapati or parota. First we have to take half kg flour of atta or maida and add a little sugar. Then mix this sugar and flour with by using warm water. Then after that we have to add a pinch of yeast into it. Knead the flour well and keep it 1 or 2 hours. Then after sometimes we can see that the dough increases its volume. That is due to the action of yeast. it reproducing, and at the time of respiration it produces carbon dioxide gas. That gas we can see as bubbles while making appam. While you looking the dough while preparing, before preparing we can see that the dough increases. Day before yesterday your mother made that dough. The next morning, that is while we looking, we can see the dough increases and also many bubbles on top layer. These bubbles are carbon dioxide gas which they produce during respiration. And that is why while we adding yeast to any dishes, what is the basis? Means they are producing carbon dioxide by respiration. Then they increase and help to soften the dough. Softening the dough by making this carbon dioxide gas. So this is the basis of the use of yeast in baking industry for the preparation of cakes, breads, pastries, etc. Students, is it clear? Yes. Now let us go to the next topic, commercial use of microorganisms. Microorganisms are used to produce wine and alcohol on large scale. And also these are used to, microorganisms are used to make acetic acid. What is acetic acid? Vinegar that we are using at the time of making pickles. Isn't it? While your mother preparing pickle, you have to know what are the ingredients they are adding. So vinegar is after diluting, we are adding the vinegar in order to preserve the food without having any bacterial infection. Isn't it? Then in industry, commercially we are using microorganisms to make alcohol and wine in more quantity. For making alcohol and wine, we are using yeast. For this, we are growing yeast in the natural sugars which are present in rice, barley, wheat and crushed fruit juices, etc. Already we know that the rice, wheat, barley, etc. having sugars. They are having starch. And these yeast are growing in these sugars. That's the technique we are using for making alcohol and wine. Students, then let us do one activity. Take 500 ml bottle and fill the bottle, 3/4 of the bottle filled with water, and add 3 or 4 spoons of sugar into it. Then after that you have to add half a spoon of yeast and keep it closed in warm place. Then after 4 or 5 hours, while we looking, we can see that on the top of the water level, we can see some bubbles. Can you say which bubbles are these? And opening the bottle, we have foul smell. That means sour smell. Then why this bottle having this sour smell? There already happened some reactions along with the sugar, water and yeast. The yeast acted upon the sugar and convert the sugar into alcohol. And along with that alcohol, they produced carbon dioxide gas. These bubbles are nothing but carbon dioxide gas. Is it clear? So this is the technique we are used to make alcohol and wines on large scale. Okay. So this process we can term fermentation. What is fermentation? What do you mean by fermentation? Conversion of sugar into alcohol. Sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. This process first discovered by the scientist named Louis Pasteur in the year 1857. Louis Pasteur discovered the process of fermentation in the year 1857. Students, what is fermentation? The conversion or the change of sugar into alcohol. During this change, one gas also producing along with the alcohol. That gas is which is the gas? Carbon dioxide gas. So this process is known as conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. This was first discovered by the scientist named Louis Pasteur in the year 1857. Okay, is it clear? So that fermentation is the basic process which we are used to make wine, alcohol, bread, cakes, pastries, etc. Okay, let us observe a video. Are you ready? Yes, you have to observe the video very well. Okay. Students, did you observe the video? There we saw the various stages in baking industry while making bread. Okay. Like that, many industries are working with the basic concept of fermentation. Children, see you again. Thank you.